Yeah, I was just going to say, I heard you say a couple minutes ago that this might be past the president's bedtime. Well, according to CNN, it is, who did a little expose on his schedule and said a short time ago and said that he turns into the residence for the night at 7 p.m. But don't worry, he won't be up too much later than his usual bedtime because, as you said, it's relatively short. According to aides, they're telling us it's going to come in at under 20 minutes. So that probably won't leave him any room, time to get to the issues like immigration that you just mentioned. What we are hearing, as you said, is that it essentially comes into three parts. One being he'll reflect on the lives and livelihoods lost as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Secondly, he'll move into the operational challenges, the logistical challenges, especially as planned going forward in coronavirus response. And clearly a large portion of that comes down to going back to the Q&A, as is typical, almost precedents for every president. And then we haven't had a solo press conference. At this point in President Trump's tenure, he had already had multiple media appearances. He had done his first press briefing at 27 days in, and former President Obama had done his first press briefing at 20 days in.
I think a lot of people, the frustration in the press corps is mounting. You can tell, you can see, and Jen Psaki's kind of paying the price for this, Emerald. But on the other hand, you kind of have to admire the discipline from the comms team, keeping Joe Biden, seriously, out of these types of situations where you don't even have the Republicans standing down with scowls on their faces to that joint session of Congress. He has never been in a position yet where he's been kind of portrayed in any kind of negative light whatsoever, bad reaction, cross shots, or tough questions. You know, the other thing, too, we saw yesterday is how they refused to answer any questions about immigration or Andrew Cuomo. Let's take a look at this attempt, at least, from the press corps to get some answers on the Cuomo situation with the vice president.
It's a big deal. So thank you.
Any comment from Governor Cuomo?
Well, I guess we should be happy with that. We got something, right? It's a big deal. Kind of like when Joe Biden said Obamacare was a big deal as well.
Yeah, look, at this point, Kamala Harris had, when there was the Kavanaugh situation, and she said that there was no reason for Blasey Ford to come forward. She had nothing to gain from it. Even in regards to her now president, Joe Biden, she said that she'd believe those women who had accusations against him, and then she joined his ticket. So yes, most people are pointing out that she's not responding, but what does her response even mean? A lot of people are suggesting that this plays into 2024, that the accusations coming out against him and getting so much publicity now is a way to clear the field for her in 2024. But perhaps she's also looking at, what if we end up on a ticket together? You know, she called Joe Biden a racist and said she believed those women, and then she went back on that.
Of course.